If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The irony is that the reason why you get so nervous before meeting someone for the first time is because you want to make a good first impression. After all, we all know, the key to overcoming anxiety is not to completely eliminate it, but simply to not allow it to affect you negatively. Get comfortable with the idea of the rejection from the person you're meeting with and make a conscious decision beforehand that you don't need to win them over. This means that, number 1, the other person you're meeting with is probably just as nervous as you. And number 2, while they may be evaluating you, you should also be evaluating them. If you know who you're meeting with beforehand, take advantage of that and do some research on them. You can usually find out a lot about a person with just a quick Google search. There's a reason why pretty much all professional athletes talk so much about the power of visualization, because it works. You can apply visualization to anything, but I've found it to be especially helpful before going into high-pressure social interactions. When you get nervous, your body tenses up and your breath shortens. You're probably already aware of this. However, what you may not be aware of is that this phenomenon goes both ways. Just as your emotional state changes your physiology can also change your emotional state. Okay, so this tip is more geared towards what to do during the actual meeting. However, simply knowing that you don't have to be the one doing all the talking right from the get-go should help relieve a lot of the pressure going into it. In the beginning, you should just focus on listening to the other person and asking good follow-up questions. You must slowly dismantle the belief that social status is equal to worth. Who cares if someone has more friends than you? Chances are, you're happy with the friends you have. Social status doesn't necessarily equal authority. You'll eventually come to realize that you have no real reason to feel anxious about this person. Of course, anxiety is an emotion, and emotions don't care about what logic has to say. Just know that you'll become less anxious in time. This isn't the best way, but some people bring the person down a few pegs by observing the other person's faults. It helps to remember the person of a higher social status is human just like you are, with faults and insecurities just like you have. A healthier way is to build yourself up and remember you have great qualities that others do and will admire, and consider and list those. But most importantly, take time for mental preparation. Think about the worst-case scenario and prepare yourself for rejection in a way you can accept it. Chances are whatever happens won't be nearly as awful as you're thinking. If it turns out negative at all, you'll live another day and you can be proud that you achieved a personal victory and fought your fear. Good luck. Just because someone holds a higher social status does not ensure they are a better person than you. Firstly, the amount of money in their bank account does not determine social status, and their views and behaviors may leave a lot to be desired, so let's get rid of that one straight away. A lot of those who are rich have either inherited their richness or got it by using underhanded tactics. Some might be lottery winners, bank robbers, scammers, etc. A lot of poor people are God-fearing, generous and kind-hearted. Yes, generally, people who are perceived as having a higher social status are treated better and with more respect, but that does not make them better than you. Just because someone holds a higher social status does not ensure they are a better person than you. Firstly, the amount of money in their bank account does not determine social status, and their views and behaviors may leave a lot to be desired, so let's get rid of that one straight away. A lot of those who are rich have either inherited their richness or got it by using underhanded tactics. Some might be lottery winners, bank robbers, scammers, etc. A lot of poor people are God-fearing, generous and kind-hearted. Yes, generally, people who are perceived as having a higher social status are treated better and with more respect, but that does not make them better than you. I think your anxiety is associated with your self-conscious. You need to rethink about the image you're having about yourself, cause it has nothing to do with your social or financial level. As long as you are kind and nice person to anyone higher or lower, damn it, be satisfied and proud of yourself, always.